Good afternoon, all of you. This is M. Murali Krishna, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. In today's class, I am discussing about process of rapid prototyping and what are the advantages, limitations, and applications of the rapid prototyping, and what are the classifications of rapid prototyping. In previous class, we are discussing about what is prototyping, what is the brief introduction of the prototyping, what are the fundamentals of prototyping. These topics we are discussing in previous class. So today we are discussing about the process of rapid prototyping. First of all, what is prototype? So a prototype is a draft version or an approximation of a final product. It is a draft version or an approximation of a final product. Suppose I am seeing a product, I am seeing a bottle. So we can see that bottle if we understand what is the visualization of that bottle. After that, you can design that component, you can design that object in any softwares or any uh, other things. So we can design by using our visualization of what is the particular object, what is the application of that object, what is that object. So these terms I am taking to design that product. It should be completed, design, and it should be transferred to the manufacturing department. It should be manufactured. So that is the final product. So a prototype is a draft version. First we will draw that, first we will design that product. After that we will move on to the manufacturing department. It should be manufactured. So that is the final output of our product. So that is the prototype. And prototypes are developed for several reasons. So why we develop the prototype parts? Why should develop the prototype? So to identify possible problems, we identify the possible problems. To solving the problems, we have rectify the problems in different components using different ways. So we are in same object, we are using so many different ways, so many different components. Only one object, it is using at different things. So to confirm the suitability of a design prior to starting mass production, so in that design it should be prior for starting a mass production, so it is suitable for the mass production and provides a scale model to conduct tests and verify the performance for visualization purposes. And some prototypes are used as market research and promotional tools. So some prototypes are used as market research only. You should make that prototypes only the marketing. And promotional tools, we should promote promotional. Some MNC companies or industries, their product is manufactured some prototype objects. He should manufacture and he should release to the market what he is the what his product. So those are all sample products. It is all prototype products. So he should develop his business. So he got different ideas, uh, different techniques to develop to develop his sales and his product rate. So these are the different things you should develop the prototype products. So most importantly, it is cheaper to manufacture, test and make changes to a prototype than it is to a final product. So in this manufacturing, it is cheaper. Why it is called it is cheaper? So in this additive manufacturing, I am taking wastage of material. So in that wastage of material, I am using that wastage of material. It should be converted to a final product object, a final useful product of the object. So that wastage of material is converted to usage of product. So why it is called it is cheaper? It is the wastage of product is converted to useful product of the additive manufacturing. That's why he is calling it is very cheaper to manufacture. So test and make changes to a prototype, then it is to a final product. So after the manufacture, the product should be completed. We should analyze and we should check the quality of that product. So in that quality, it is very good, we can release the market, we can release into the market. So I can take that customer requirement, what he is required, what is the customer support, customer satisfaction. So these are all things I am taking to increase the product rate and to develop that product. So these are the things to develop a prototype products in the additive manufacturing. And next one, what is the development of rapid prototyping? How to develop the rapid prototyping? First phase, manual or hard prototyping. Age-old practice for many centuries, prototyping as a skilled craft is traditional and manual and based on material of prototype. Natural prototyping technique. Second phase is soft prototyping. So manual prototyping and soft prototyping. These are two different phases to develop the rapid prototyping. First one is manual prototyping and second one is soft prototyping. And increase the complexity, can be stressed, simulated and tested with exact mechanical and other properties. So we can manufacture any product. It should be the product should be very qualified. We can maintain the quality. So the rate of satisfaction of the customer is very high. So the quality is very important in any manufacturing system. So what he is told is the quality is very important to develop the rapid prototyping in additive manufacturing. Okay. And next one. So rapid prototyping. So rapid prototyping is a broad term that comprises many different technologies used to quickly fabricate a physical model directly from a computer data. So the first rapid prototyping method called stereolithography. So the first method of rapid prototyping is stereolithography. So in that stereolithography, we can develop the rapid prototyping. So that rapid type product should be developed by using the stereolithography manufacturing machine. Was developed in the late 1980s. So in that stereolithography manufacturing machine, it is developed in 1980s, but more sophisticated techniques are available today. So nowadays, different manufacturing machines. So the stereolithography is the basic manufacturing machine. It is developed in 1980s, but nowadays we have available in so many manufacturing machines, so many advanced manufacturing machines. We can manufacture the rapid prototyping products. So you can see the diagram. This is the one type of rapid prototyping product. So in this product, he is manufacturing it by using this stereolithography. So in this manufacturing machine, he manufactured the one object or one product by using this stereolithography machine. So the term rapid is relative. So the rapid means relative. Some prototypes may take hours or even days to build. So in this additive manufacturing, some products are it should be manufactured at so much amount of time. it's take to manufacture and to complete that product. It should take hours or even days to build. Hours or even days to build. It will take 1 day or 2 days or 3 days also. It will take manufacture one product. So the complex geometry are very high amount of high complex geometry, big products should be manufactured in this by using this additive manufacturing machines. It should take so much amount of time. So if small products we should manufacture by using the rapid prototyping in additive manufacturing, it should take hours of time. But the complex geometry and the geometry size should be very high. So the building of that product, it will take days. Days means it will take 1 day or 2 day or 3 days manufacturing process. So that is the it is also one use in the additive manufacturing or one disadvantages of this manufacturing process, because of it will take so much amount of time to build that product. So that is one drawback. And rapid prototyping systems are additive manufacturing process that work on the basic principles of product producing a 3D part by building and stacking multiple 2D layers together. So rapid prototyping systems are additive manufacturing process that work on the basic principle of 3D part building. So in this additive manufacturing directly, we should manufacture 3D products. For the best example is 3D printing machine. So in that printing machine directly we get a 3D object, 3D complex shape object. Suppose in any another manufacturing machines, suppose CNC machines or NC machines we will take, we should not complete assembled product, we should not get on that CNC machine. But in additive manufacturing, in that assembled component, we should manufacture in only single component in this additive manufacturing. So that is the one advantages of this additive manufacturing, but it will take so much time amount to manufacture that product. So most common types of rapid prototyping systems are stereolithography system and selective laser sintering, laminate object manufacturing, fusion deposition modeling. So these are the different manufacturing machines of the additive manufacturing system. So these are the different machines to manufacture the products. Different technologies are different materials to produce the parts. So we can produce the parts, we are using the different types of materials and different types of machines, different types of models, different types of techniques we should use, and we can develop the products and we can release that products in additive manufacturing. Next one. So this is the process layout of the rapid prototyping. In yesterday's class I will told already what is the process of rapid prototyping. So the first one is 3D CAD modeling. It should be converted into the format of .stl format and check STL file and fix it necessary. So the format, the design should be correctly saved into the STL format or not. We can check once. So that is the check STL file and fix it necessary, and slice model into layers. So we can see the slice model. So that is the we can see in system. So we can check it. It is slice model or not. It should be manufactured correctly or not. We can check on the computer. And next one, produce physical part. Physical parts should be produced, and remove support structures. And next one, last one, post processing. So this is the process layout of the rapid prototyping. So invented .stl save procedure. So what is the procedure of saving products in .stl format? So you can see, so the product should be completed. Suppose you can see, you can see this product. So the product should be the design of that product should be completed. After that, I am saving that product. So I'm going to save as option. In that save as option, I'm going to save copy as. So in that save as option, it is asking where is the file location save. So which folder our file is saving. So in that folder, it is asking the file name, and next as save as format. Which format the file should be saved. Which format the file should be saved. So the first it is asking what is the file name, and second one what is the save format. So the save format we can select. There is a different formats occur. So we can save only on .stl format. So this is the procedure of saving the .stl format of that product. And next one, stereolithography files. So after saving the .stl format, what is the stereolithography files? How the file should see on the monitor. So the process of approximating the actual surface of the object with a closed mesh of triangles is known as tessellation. So when the tessellated.stl file is sent to the rapid prototyping machine, the model is sliced into multiple horizontal layers that are related, reproduced physically by the device. My product is this normal object. It is my design product. And second one, it is the saving of .stl format product. So it should shows the some different horizontal and vertical and inclined lines it should be showing. So that is the uh, layer by layer format of showing the monitor or desktop in that manufacturing machine. So it is the .stl format file. It will shows uh, it look like a .stl format file. This is the .stl format file. This is our uh, only design of our object, only design of that object. We cannot save the .stl format. After completion of this design, we can save the .stl format. It should be converted into this format. So it has some horizontal lines, inclined lines, vertical lines. It should be forming this product like this product. Okay. Next one, why .stl file format? Why we save only on .stl format? Why should we not save any other formats? Oh, why we save only on .stl file format? What he's told is that STL files translate the part geometry from a CAD system to the rapid prototyping machine. Universal file format that every system needs to be able to produce so that and rapid prototyping machine can process models. Slicing a part is easier compared to other methods such as boundary representation and constructive solid geometry. So why the .stl format we are using? It should very useful to the very useful to manufacturing that product in additive manufacturing. So the boundary representation. So what he's told is boundary representation. So the nozzle should be started. What is the end position of that bed? What is the starting position of that bed? What is the end position of that bed? What is the starting position of that product? What is the ending position of that product? So that is the boundary representation. It should represent at the 3D coordinate system. He should requires at x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, x3 y3 z3. We are all know about the 3D coordinate systems. So in that coordinate system, the boundary representation is for the machine should follow and should construct that product. So that is the .stl file property. And next one, constructive solid geometry. Constructive solid geometry. So our product is solid geometry, so easily construct material. The geometry should be easily constructed by using this additive manufacturing machines. So the .stl file, it should help to easy to construct that product. So in this reason, we are saving the files in only on .stl file format. Okay. And next one, for example, you can build a pyramid. So in that pyramid, we should not construct directly at one pyramid. We should construct only layer by layer, one stone, one stone. That 210 stone layers of the Khufu pyramid. You can see the Khufu pyramid. He is using 210 stones. He is using 210 stones. So the percentage of building substance, it is 15 meters, 13 meters, 50 meters, 100 meters, and 146 meters. So he should build at only layer by layer format. First, he should build at 20 stones. After the upward of the 20 stones, he should build at 40 stones. The upward of the 40 stones, he should build at 60. After that, 80, 100, 120. And last, finally, 210 stones, he should fix on that pyramid. Finally, what a object. Finally, he got a pyramid. So he should build a layer by layer format to construct a pyramid. So for this example, in additive manufacturing, we can develop any products or we can manufacturing any products. It should manufacture only on layer by layer construction. So that is the difference between the another manufacturing systems and additive manufacturing system. And what is the workflow process? What is the process of rapid prototyping? I already told. So first one is CAD model, and second one is pre-process, third one is rapid prototyping process, and fourth one is post process. First, the CAD model, surface or solid model. So in this CAD model, we are using so many different softwares: AutoCAD, ProE, CATIA, UZ. So many different type of softwares. We can design our product in this software. After that completion of this design, we can save the product in .stl file format. So in this .stl file format, we cannot using any different types of software. Only suppose I am designing a product in SolidWorks. In that SolidWorks, so the design should be completed. I can save that product in only SolidWorks software. In that SolidWorks software, it shows the .stl file. So in that design, in that product, I am saving only the .stl file format. Okay. And next one, pre-process, generate the STL file and build support if needs, and slicing. After the completion of .stl file format, we should give the manufacturing department. So in that department, build support if needs. Suppose I am manufacturing one coffee cup. Yesterday I will told what is the process of coffee cup manufacturing by using this additive manufacturing. So I will build a coffee cup. So in that coffee cup, the base of the coffee cup is smaller diameter and upward of the coffee cup is higher diameter. So the two diameters of the coffee cup is different. So it needs supports. So the upward of the coffee cup should be created. The upward of the coffee cup should be created layer by layer format. It should support material is occurred. So build support if need. So if the support material is occurred, we can add the support material. If we not adding the support, I'm not any type of support material, I'm not adding the support material, and slicing. After that, I'm giving to build prototype. Build prototype. So we can build the prototype means, so the layer by layer format of the object should uh, process it in manufacturing machine. And last final one, post process. So remove supports. We should remove the supports on the product, and we should clean that surface. We should clean the rough surface of that object, and post cure and part completed. So this is the process of rapid prototyping. We can produce a product in additive manufacturing machine. So this is the workflow. What I am told is, create a CAD model and convert to .stl format, slice the STL file, construct the model one layer, clean and finish the model. So that is the procedure of the CAD model. How to design a product in CAD model? It is first the object to be built in computer aided design software. We are using you can use any type of softwares in CAD model. Solid models such as ProE tend to represent 3D objects more accurately than wireframe models such as AutoCAD, and will therefore yield better results. So we can use so many different types of softwares. We can design the product in software of the additive manufacturing system. This process is identical for all of the rapid prototyping build techniques. So this is the process of we can design a product in software. And next, conversion of STL format. After completion of design, we can convert to .stl format. So in that format, it is placed in only the software. First he is asking the name of the file, and second step, it is asking the what is the file format save. Convert the CAD file into the STL format. This is the format represent a 3D dimensional surface and assembly to planar triangles. So which format we can save? Suppose I am saving .stl format. We can save the files in .stl format. I'm not saving .stl format. I'm saving on LPG format. So we can save the LPG format. So many different formats are placed in software. So what type of format we occur? So that format we can save our products. Example of STL model. So the design should be converted into .stl model. What is the example? What he's shown is, so this is the 3D three-dimensional coordinate system. What he's told, I am tolding in what is three-dimensional coordinate system. V1, V2, V3. It should represent at x1, y1, z1 direction, x direction and y direction and z direction, and V2, x2, y2, z2. It is also three-dimensional. And next one, V3, and the center point of that object, it is n, x and y and z n. So this is the three-dimensional coordinate system to developing a product at layer by layer formation of this to manufacturing. So in the .stl format, typical example of STL model, which is composed of triangles, and each triangle is described by a unit normal vector direction and 3 points representing the vertical of the triangle. So it will show so many triangles. After the completion of this design, we can save the product in .stl format. In that .stl format, we can see so many triangles, so many number of triangles. We cannot see only one triangle, two triangle. We can see so many number of triangles in that product. So this is the example of STL model. So what is the STL file? I am told it is the STL model into a number of layers from 0.01 mm to 0.7 mm thick. So the layer formation occur in additive manufacturing. It is the thickness, it is 0.01 to 0.7 mm. That is the layer thickness of the additive manufacturing. And the program may also generate an auxiliary structure to support the model during the build. It supports the useful for delicate features. So why we use the support material to manufacture a product? Because of we should manufacture a delicate features. Suppose I'm making a coffee cup. In that coffee cup, I'm holding a finger. So in that finger, it is a delicate component. In that delicate component, so the support material is useful to create very is that any not damage on that delicate feature. So that's why we are using the support material. So desired part or model geometry. What is the geometry of the desired part? What he shown is without supports. So you can see the first one is with support material and second one is without support material. So in that without support material, overhanging areas of part may peel away and damage the whole model. So the whole model of the product should be damaged without support material adding on that mission. That's why we are using to support material, we are using to complete geometry to be correct shape and correct dimensions are occurred. That's why we are using the support material in that mission. So layer by layer construction. So the manufacturing in that mission, layer by layer should be constructed in that mission. And finally clean and finish. So this is the process of the rapid prototyping. Next one, what are the advantages of rapid prototyping? Process is fast and accurate. So process is fast and accurate. So the accurate, it should maintain at very accurate dimensions, and process is also fast. Superior quality surface finish is obtained. Separate material can be used for component and support. No need to design jigs and fixtures. No need of mold or other tools. So any type of different other tools we cannot use in this additive manufacturing. Suppose in that CNC machine, I am using so many different types of tools. In this additive manufacturing, I'm not using any different types of tools. Only the nozzle we are using to create a layer by layer formation. And next one, post processing include only finishing and cleaning. Hardened materials can be easily used. Minimum material wastage. So these are the different advantages of this rapid prototyping. And limitations. Sometimes of staircase effort is observed. Many times component get distorted. Limited range of material, cost of operating. So the operating of cost is very high. Limited range of materials. So in that materials, I am not using 3 or 4 different types of materials is combined and to form only one product. It should not possible in this manufacturing. Limited range of material, only 1 or 2 or 3 is possible. Is possible to manufacture one product of this additive manufacturing. Many times of component get disturbed. So many times components get disturbed. So these are the limitations of the additive manufacturing. And applications: design, engineering, analysis and planning, tooling and manufacturing. These are the applications. And final one, what are the classifications of rapid prototyping is SLA, stereolithography, selective laser sintering, laminated object manufacturing, fusion deposition modeling, 3-dimensional printing. So these are the classifications of the rapid prototyping. Thank you guys.